For first point on Dorado, I like to keep my pylon up here. I don't like to put it too down here because if somebody jumps up, they will always like damage it. So I like to keep it above here. And it's still healing like a little bit, but if you go too far away, it doesn't heal. Sometimes it's only occasional. Sometimes I just put my pylon down there for maybe if I have a Winston or Genji that play there. But I usually just keep it there here anyways, because I don't like not having a pylon with me. And then you can just move back and put pylon here and leave it here. I don't like to put it on this side, just because I don't know, if I feel like an echo or a monkey jumps in, I feel like that one is easier to destroy than this one. And also if somebody comes from down here, they will see that one before they see that one. Especially because of the bush, it's kind of hiding it, so it's pretty nice. Okay, and once you get pushed away from the top side, you can come back here and just put pylon behind this fountain. Just be careful to not put it too much on the left side, because otherwise they will see it. You could also put pylon here. This one is more if the enemy team still hasn't pushed in, because the moment you walk here, you can see it. Same from that side. If you put on top here, I like to put pylon here like this, because if somebody jumps me, they don't instantly see that one. And same for if a tracer comes this way. If you put pylon here, they will see it. But if you put it down here, like this, you can also body block it too, so she doesn't really instantly destroy it. Or she might not even destroy it at all. And if you're coming back and you try to recontest back, you can put pylon here, but you could also put it here to be more safe. Both are fine. You could also just leave it down there if you're playing overtime. It's not too like protector or anything, but usually they don't really like pushing too far. But even if they do, it's getting body blocked and then you can just move it. And if you come from this side, you can put pylon here like this instead of like putting it somewhere else. Just be careful of the range to not be too pushed in. When you lose first point defense, you can put pylon behind here. I will always encourage you to play on top. Never play low ground. But if that spot is not safe, you can just move it up here. It's pretty nice. I don't like to put it here, just because if somebody jumps in, it's usually getting blocked. So I just prefer to put it in the back a little bit. And if somebody is flanking from that side, you can just throw pylon here and try to duel them off. And if you come back and you're in a situation you're playing here, you can just leave pylon there. And if they push you back in very fast, you can just move away and put pylon here. And if you play down here, I kind of like to put pylon here like this. Because people from that side cannot see it, and if somebody comes from that side, they also cannot see it. But you could also put it like this. But just keep in mind that if somebody is there, they will destroy it. I will discourage to play on the right side, like at all. It's pretty bad. You're gonna get cut off by the enemy. And once you get pushed back, I kind of like to put pylon here like this. But you could also put it up here like that. Just be mindful, because if somebody's on top, they will destroy it. I usually never put it there. If anything, I just leave it here. I don't like to put pylon like this is a good spot, but I'm still used to the enemy team coming from this way through, so it's pretty bad for that. And if you're trying to flank a little bit and do some poke damage from up here, you can put pylon like that. If you come from this side, I like to put pylon like that. You could also put it like this. Both are fine actually, so it's up to you. I prefer to put it like that though, just because if the enemy pushes me in further, or like they have a Genji tracer to dash me, they will see the pylon, but if I put it there, they will not. Just be careful of the range. That one is also good if you play down here, so it works. It has range for here too, so it's pretty nice. And if the enemy comes from this way, they will not instantly be able to shoot it. So if they come too close in, you have time to move in. I will discourage putting pylon here, just because the enemy team will easily be able to come from this way and destroy it. It can be occasional. If you're sure that nobody comes from that way, you can put it there, but I don't like it. I prefer to just come back and put it on top here instead. For a more defensive one, rather than that one, you can also put it there. Once you lose defense on the second point, this pylon comes very handy. Yeah, I really like this one. You could also use it on defense for the second point if you're gonna push in very far, but after you lose it, you can put it here if you're able to like play very close. It has a great healing range too, and the enemy will not see it, even if you come from this way. And if you play on top here, you can put pylon there. It's pretty nice. It has nice range too. You could also put pylon here like this. This one is more if you play around here. Yeah, you could just also put it closer. It doesn't have a huge healing range for when you're playing here. It only has it around here. And if you want healing to come from this way, you can put it there like that. This one's not bad. It's only bad if somebody like a Genji comes from that way and destroys it. Because even if a Winston jumps you, you can just boop him off, or just even if a Genji comes up, you can kind of body block this one. I'll discourage putting pylon inside this room. It's pretty bad. If anything, you can come back here and put it like this. And if you play it down here in this little room, you can put pylon up there like that. This one is pretty protected and nice. And if somebody pushes you back, you can just move and then go back to your spawn. This pylon here, it can be both good and bad. I feel like it's bad overall because I'm just used to like somebody jumping on top or like a Genji wall climbing and destroying that. So that's very open and it's situational, I guess. It could be both bad and good. Depends on the enemy comp. But if you play here, I like to put pylon there. This one's pretty nice and protected. Just be careful if somebody comes from that way, because if they do, they will see that. Oh yeah, if you want to recontest top and try and get the enemy off there, you can put pylon for there for now. And if you're playing down here, you can put pylon like that. I like to put it like this because if you put it like that instead, they can see it more easily than having it vertically. And if the enemy is pushing you very far and it's like about to hit overtime, you can put your pylon like this. That one's pretty nice and solid. And if you want it to be closer, you can put it there like that too. They're both good spots. And if you're like, this is only for overtime and you're trying to contest it back, you can put pylon up there and then it's gonna like slide down and then it's gonna attach there. And nobody can kill that one unless they're playing here. Because even if you're here and you can see it, you can shoot through that. So it's pretty nice. It has a nice healing range too around here. So it works pretty well. And nobody will really be able to destroy that. Unless they come from back to the spawn. But that's why I said it's only for when it's like overtime, they're contesting it. So everybody's like playing around here. Even somebody's playing on top here, they can destroy it. They can only destroy if they come to this corner and then jump. On first point, on attack, I prefer to just start off by putting pylon there. Or you can even start by putting it here, but up to you, it doesn't really matter. And then I usually just leave it here. I don't like to put it like this. That one's pretty bad because if somebody's playing for there instead, and also if somebody's playing from top, it's very bad. You could also put it down here if you're playing like more on this side. I never do that, but if you like playing like this, you can. Another nice spot is to just put it behind this card, because I found many times that when it's pushing up this way, I don't really have many choice of pylon, so I like to just put it behind there, and it's actually getting protected because it's going uphill, and they can all see that. But otherwise, you can come over here and put pylon like this. That one is also pretty nice. This one can work if you put it down here like this. This one can work too. Just be careful of people playing from top. I don't really like to put it there though, because usually they have like a sojourn and it gets destroyed. If you come from this way, you can put pylon here like this. I like to put it like this because if somebody's playing there, they cannot see it. And if you put it like this, they will. So just for that. And it's still healing you when you come here too. So I think it's pretty nice. And if you come up on top, you can put pylon here like that. That one is pretty solid up until they push it back in. And if you play it down here, you can put pylon like that. Just come here and put it like this. And instead, if you go on top, for now you can put pylon like that. Because if you're still like poking people on top here and you just want to fill your tank, you can put it like that so the enemy team doesn't really see it. And once you push them back, you can just leave it like this and maybe push in further, and it's still like killing you. You could also put pylon behind this car only if the enemy team is not playing on top and you're both like low ground. This is more for a low elo kind of pylon, but I usually never put it here because I'm always going high ground or stuff is happening here, so that's pretty bad for that. And when you come on top here and you try to brawl the enemy team from here, you can leave pylon there for now. Once you push in further, you can put pylon here. It's not like the best spot because if somebody comes from that way, they'll destroy it. This is only good if you like kind of pushed in far a little bit. Maybe you're playing around here. If you come from this way, you can put pylon like this. It's not like super protected, but the enemy team will not really like pushing that far. But also put pylon here, like this. This one is pretty good, only if nobody's playing top there. Otherwise, very nice protected. Even the people from that way, they will not be able to destroy it. If you play like this, though, they will be able to. So I like to keep it vertical. I think I still prefer to just leave it here, though, just because it's like in a more open side of the map. And once you push it further, you can leave pylon behind the fountain. This is only good if you're like playing around here and the enemy team is pushed back on top there, or just out in the doors or on the point. If you play inside the room, you can put pylon like that. I also like to put pylon here, like this. This is only for when I'm about to contest, though. And once you capture the first point, you can start off by putting pylon here. Or if you come from this way, you can just put it here. And if you want to play from this side, you can just leave pylon like this. I like to keep it like that instead of this way, because somebody's always playing on top and they will be able to destroy that. But if you come from this way, I like to put pylon like that. That way. Be even a bit more push towards the wall if you can, but both work too. Doesn't really matter too much. And for when you come on top, I usually just leave pylon like this. And if I come on this way, I just leave it here. And for when you're playing down here inside, you can put pylon here. I find this nice, especially when we're playing on this stroke. So that's pretty good. You could also put it like this. I still prefer to just leave it there though. It feels way more safe and it covers a bit more. And when you push in further and you're like still playing on this choke and the enemy team is like down there, you can put pylon here, like that. That one works too. Just be careful of somebody maybe coming from top and then looking down, destroying it. I really dislike putting it behind the doors because I don't think I've ever had a situation where this will stay alive. Somebody will always come from this way and destroy it. Instead, you can leave it like this. This one works too. It's kind of solid. And from when you're pushing in further, you can leave it like this too. On this side, the car one is actually pretty nice, so you can leave it like this, or even like that. The people from top will be able to see it more clearly though, if you leave it like that instead of vertically. If you come from this side, you can put pylon there, as long as nobody's playing there. Otherwise, you can see it. But then when you come on top, you can just leave it here, or even here. Both work too. And when you're able to push in even further, then you just move it here. Just be careful of the range, because this wall will block it if you go further in. But if you stand like on the edge, it will keep on healing you. Yeah, otherwise you can put it down like that. Just be careful to not put it too high up, otherwise the people from that side will see it. If you play around here or in this room, you can put pylon here like that. And for overtime, I kind of like to just leave it pylon here like this. You can just chug it from point if you're able to like angle it a little bit better. That one's pretty solid and nice, in my opinion. Not many people look at it during overtime. But if you're able to angle like this, it will be way better, because if somebody comes from top, they cannot see that. And once you get the second point, you can put pylon here. This one's pretty solid for when you're just stuck between here and the enemy team is playing on top or down or low ground. This star you can put it here though. That one is solid too. And when you're playing here, I like to just put pylon there, because if somebody comes from top, they cannot see it. And if somebody rushes you, especially if it's like a Winston, it will probably get blocked, but then you can just move it back. So instead of like putting it here, which is not necessarily bad, but I'm scared of people from that side destroying it. You could also put it here though. And for when you want to push in a little bit further and you're playing here and the enemy is like there, you can put pylon here. I don't really like this one. I feel like it's very exposed. Instead, I just like to just leave it inside here. Even on attack, I discourage putting pylon inside the room. But if anything, you can put it here like this. They will not see it. But I just don't like putting pylon inside the room. But that one could work. And for you, when you want to contest top, you can put pylon here like this at the start. And for when you can play more pushed in on top, you can put pylon there. That one is pretty nice, especially because even if somebody comes from this way, they cannot see it. When you're playing like here and the enemy team is in their spawn, you can put pylon here. Like this. For when you play like around here, this pylon can be good. It can be good. You just put it down here. This is kind of weird though, because you kind of need to play with it, otherwise it gets blocked. So you kind of need to play with it on the right side. Otherwise, you can just chug it on top there. It's not that protected, but for overtime, it's great. I don't really have too many situations where they destroy it. And on attack, on overtime, like I showed on defense, you could also use this on attack. I would only put it on this side though, because if you put it on the right side, they can see it from that way. They might not look up, so maybe it can work. But I still just prefer to put it here and just put on this side. And it's also healing on top here, so I think that one is pretty great. Only for overtime though, or when you're about to cap. Also, if you're on top, you could also just put pylon here, like that. This one can work, it's pretty nice and protected. And it's also healing people here, on this side. So that one is also nice.